teams face off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Moore with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the fourth-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jared Verse on the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now a give, it's McCaffrey headed right. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, kid. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. They stick with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Purdy setting up that play action. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He dodged the tackle. He takes it down to the 33. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
By the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Motioning one of the tight ends. First and 10 are under Robinson. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up third down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They kick the running back in motion. Third and short. Here's Purdy. He's running for it. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. He will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Rams nothing.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Blake Corum now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the third time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Getting them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency.
First snap, and Stafford's going to throw. He has all day back there. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. This play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a pickup of 11, and the Rams are going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 30.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that. And you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
First down, and they go right back to him. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5. Another run for Williams. His drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and just 2 to go. They stay on the ground with Williams. And they bring him down around the 34. That's good for 7 yards. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Now run here with Blake Corum. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought to a stop there by the 11th pick in the draft this past spring, Michael Williams.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Stafford now off the play fake. This is complete to Ferguson, out left. Ooh, got him close to the line to gain. Down to the 25, third and maybe a yard.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Rams first down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we've got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders. You sign up for it.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up second down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. To throw, Stafford. Screen here for Williams. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this third down play. Stafford from the gun.
They play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Trying for it with Stafford. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
49ers to the line. First and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage, and that time, the defense got the job done.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And the defense all over this run. Maybe got a yard there as he tried to bounce that one outside. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Rolling left, buying some time, and he's tackled for a short gain.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
On 4th down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead and out of punt. Back deep for the Rams, it's Xavier Smith. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff, now Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And he's brought down after a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He finds Adams, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. And the Rams, 1st down. A gain of 7.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
At the 42-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Has it in close. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That one stopped by Upton Stout. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Throwing now, Stafford. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
It's a gain of 14
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Rams first down. A gain of 14.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They've got first down from the 31. Stafford now against the blitz. He's got a man left. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Running right, it's Williams. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he stopped just... A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Right back to Williams on 1st down. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Complete to number 19. It's a gain of 7. And this is 3rd down.
Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down. Running for the marker with Williams. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
No gain on the play.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. Going for it, it's Williams. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now it's Purdy. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Xavier Smith out for a return. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Draw play. This is Williams. He gets a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. Williams gets the first and still running. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffed out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Williams on the carry. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Stafford now. That one complete to Higbee. And this one does not go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. A run with Williams. Looks like they get about 4 out of it, but not close to the 1st. That brings up 4th down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
On comes Joshua Carty in the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. This from 48 on the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Isaac Garindo to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Dumped off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Looking to throw, Purdy. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down throw by Purdy. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them at first down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. To the air again, Purdy. This one's caught. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 21-yard gain. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. On the counter, McCaffrey. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. McCaffrey will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Again, here's McCaffrey. And he gets in. Touchdown. The 49ers now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11.
14, Rams 3.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Williams. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Stafford from the gun. Catch made the right side by Nakua. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. Running back sent in motion. Stafford now on 1st down. Nakua's got it again. Still has some space inside the 35. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Rams make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Rams cut the lead down to 4.
14, Rams 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Moore with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers with a long field ahead. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Purdy, a quick throw, complete. They take him down as he goes out. Now let's check on this penalty. Now, I think there's a good case for that to go either way, but the officials decided he was the more egregious offender, so it's offensive interference. Here's Purdy to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Ricky Pearsall. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Purdy throwing here. Hits his running back. Continuing to move past the 45. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
So Reed the give to McCaffrey. This is ahead for about 5. That was Darius Williams on the tackle.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Going run again with McCaffrey. Jukes away from one. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 20.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Working inside the red zone. Purdy has it knocked out. Picked up by the Rams. Well, no return after that recovery. They do get the fumble, but they're going to have it deep on their own side.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play. No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Drops this one down here for Williams. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Final throw before the break. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down, Los Angeles.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Up the gut they go with Williams. He's going to have about 2. It's second down now.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, it's a go-to route to target.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Stafford. It's on target to Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Rams first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They pick the handoff now. Stafford connects on the crosser. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. The Amador Lenore there on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49ers' 28-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground with Williams. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. He finds Adams, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up an LA first down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
They send a receiver in motion right. Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Now Stafford again. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! The Rams take the lead right away in half number 2. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams push their lead to 3.
17. 49ers 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They stick with McCaffrey. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They'll work against the blitz. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st down throw by Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. And it's a good one with a catch outright. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Purdy to throw it. Now set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's down very close to that 1st, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Purdy will sneak it. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's another 49er 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead.
Niners 21, Rams 17.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Corum now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
L.A. bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
On the play. And the Rams, 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Another run for Williams. Again, he hits the second level, and he gets this down to the 38. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
20. That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. They've been ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
They'll run the toss for Williams. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Stafford from the gun. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
6 yards. That's good for a Rams 1st down. 1st and goal, Los Angeles.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Corum can't quite pass that line. They stop him at the 3. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run. Stafford now. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a third-quarter lead. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Rams push their lead to 3.
49ers 21.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Moore with a return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside. You know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Low right side is caught by Jennings. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. We'll air it out on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
On now comes their punter. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. start on the ground, Corum. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Corum again. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on 2nd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Stafford now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They're going to run on first down with Corum. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Stafford back to throw. Setting up the screen here for Corum. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A give to Corum. Fighting for the goal line, and he lost it. It's out. Picked up by the 49ers. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. 40. Hits the 20. And San Francisco takes the return to the end zone. Touchdown. The 49ers take a 4th quarter lead.
Well, if this winds up holding as your game winner, and I almost hope it does. I don't know if I should say that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. But I just love what it illustrates, the want-to from this defense to go and finish. Anytime, anywhere, anyone. You don't know when that big play's coming, but you've got to deliver, and they just did.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. So they managed to keep possession. They've got 3rd and short now. Hunter on the inside give. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate. 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward. All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4th. Stafford going to go on 4th. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams making a 9-point advantage. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game.
49ers 21.
Moore with a return. Good work so far. He's got room. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw, Purdy. Finds the in route, complete. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Purdy throwing here on 1st. Makes the catch. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air again, Purdy. Kittle makes the catch. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the red zone on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. Second and 18 coming up. Here's Purdy to throw. Setting up the screen. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Well, that was great timing. Great timing by the big fellas to get out in front of that screen. You could see it coming. Running back has the lineman in front of him to clear a little space. It was all about his athleticism after that.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Here he goes, third and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. This from 40 on the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls them back within one score here in the fourth.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Whittington now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. Here's Corum to begin the drive. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. To throw, Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing is Stafford on third. Short pass brought in. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Stafford to throw again on second. Brought in right side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Adams put in motion right. Play action now for Stafford. Catch made right side by Nakua. And he's taken down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10 now from the 30. Motion man right is Smith. From the gun, a carry by Corum. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Stafford from the gun. Hits him on the out route. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
As quarterback, when you have an op route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
On the handoff, it's Corum. And that run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Stafford. Looking right, and he finds him. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Oh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Galindo to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down throw by Purdy. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Purdy on the play action. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They get 22 on that one. And that's a 49er first down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brock Purdy. Throw deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw again, it's Purdy. He's got it. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. Escapes the pocket. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
First down, Purdy to throw. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. From the gun is Purdy. Throw finds Demarcus Robinson. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers down by 10. First and 10 now. Here's Purdy. He keeps it and takes off. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
This would put it back within a field goal.
For the extra point.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th.
Rams 34, 49ers 31.
So exactly a minute and a half left on the clock as they try to get this ball back. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Rams make the recovery. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Give to Corum from the gun. Escapes a defender. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Rams.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. They'll stick with Corum. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. San Francisco calls it second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Second down, run by Corum. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So now here's 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw it. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late.
Performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
PAT effort coming up.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game.
41. 49ers 31.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Lindo to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He brings it in, and he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And, partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Rams are winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.